Hi, this is Jack from Alphacharts with the State of the Market video. Today is September 7th, 2024. Before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security. Now, I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find me on X at Alphacharts365. I'm posting things about the markets mostly there almost every day. Also, I run a subscriber group. It's only $10 a month. It's again, you go to Alphacharts365. But I put a lot into this group. It's really got all the markings of a very expensive subscription, but only for $10 a month. So it's, we give you in-depth market weekend video. I give you focus lists, annotated charts on that focus list, midweeks videos, midweek market note. There's two different ones, right? One's on Tuesday, one's on Thursday. Annotated chart setups, like I mentioned, daily market scans, posts just for subscribers all week long, subscriber chart requests, and so much more. So, with that price point, there is nothing better out there, in my opinion. And we've been pretty much on target. One of the things we do is we talk about when the market is good and bad. I use a SPY chart to kind of convey that. So you see how we went from when we're green, we're bullish. When we're yellow, we're bearish. Got back to green in here, got back to worrisome in here, cautious. We call it, raising cash, that kind of thing. And then this is where we talk about, potentially going short and things of that nature. So again, this is just another thing that I offer that's not even listed on here. We do pick of the week. We do so much more for members. Anyway, if you're interested, go to Alphacharts365, click on that subscribe button. It's month to month. There's no contracts or anything like that. So it's worth a try. And there's really very little risk. Let's get into these charts. All right, so talking about the SPY here. I've been talking about this not making a higher high here and making a lower high was kind of significant. And then you have this down day. That was the first shot. Held my area that I thought was important, which is right in here. The next day tried to go up, could not, got beat back down. And then again, there was no resolution. And so we got to get a little bearish, right? That would have, that was a good call because we went ahead and the market went ahead and broke through. And this was a level of interest. It broke right through that level of interest. So it tells you that it's not really, right? There's no market concern in that area at all. Another level is potentially here. And then we have the 200-day, right? And a retest of this low. I think, there's more downside coming. That's what this chart tells me. Now, do we know if it's going to stop here or here or here or someplace else? We don't know that until after the fact. So again, I'm keeping a very high cash level just based on this one chart alone. Um, do things go straight down? Obviously, they do not. So you can expect things that look like this, consolidations that look like this, things of that nature. But as of right now, I just, there's very little, even if one or two names here or there does well, there's very little I want to be long the market. On the week, the market was down 4%. That's a big, big week down, right? Big week down. So we have to be very careful with that. Again, and very disappointing coming off of this week, which showed buyers showing up, right? So this was this was the trap in here. RSP was down 3%, so still down quite a bit. Did slightly better than the cap weighted counterpart, and it is above an important area still. So we'll see if the 50 is more important or the 200. It tells you a lot about where people are placing money, and so I think that's important as well. Qs again smashed right through that level, so we don't care. There's another pretty big level, I think, which is right here. So yeah, we may get a bounce, but any bounce is I think areas to be sold into if you have gains that you want to try to get and get out of the market. This does not look like bottoming action, in my opinion. It looks the exact opposite. I wouldn't be surprised if we get down to 423, even 400-ish, 405. That would not shock me, especially in the Qs. Equal weighted Qs. Oh, let's go back 1 second. I want to do the weekly. Down 5.78. So you see technology definitely out of favor. The equal weighted down 5%, so very much so as well. And under the 200, again, not a very good look. We were hoping this was going to be some sort of double bottom. It's not, obviously. You got a high, you got a lower high. And we'll see if we make a lower low here. We don't know yet. But I'll probably just take this out. You can take that out just because it's no longer that, right? We have significant damage done to the chart. Mid caps down 1.34% on the week, down 4.79%. Again, a very harsh week for the mid caps. We loved them up here a week ago. We said yes, and now they're back down here. And it looks like a retest of that 200-day, and maybe around 529 or so. That's about where they're going to meet, and then we'll see. It's a level of interest, but we don't know. IWM, again, just a mess. I've avoided IWM for a very long time. It is just really messy. This gave us some hope, and then they took the hope away. Then they started to come back, and now it's rolling back over again on the week, down 5.5%. It's really just a nasty mess. So none of the indexes look good. Nothing's holding up really better than the other in any real way. Maybe on a relative basis, but not on an absolute basis, and that matters. Even the financials, which were leading, have started to roll over, and they were down on the week by 3%. So they rolled over the financials. SMH rolled over hard below the 200-day now and closed below the 200-day. Where's the last time it closed below the 200-day? I don't think it closed below it there. I mean, it's been a minute, right? Last time it closed, first time, since January 10th, really? And it was actually trying to come above it at this point. Wow. So that's a big deal, right? Has not closed below the 200-day since January 10th, 2023. That was January 2023. So that's over a year and a half. It hasn't closed below the 200-day. Well, now it has. So that's a big deal. You also have this kind of topping pattern. It does not confirm until it gets below this, 198 to 200 area. But that's a very significant area, I think, 198 to 200. On the week, down 11.67%. Holy smokes. That is on the semiconductor index. That is absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. Yeah, and the equal weight's down 12%. So it's not like you have, you can say, oh, it's only NVIDIA and Broadcom. No, it's not only NVIDIA and Broadcom. It's everything. It's everything. It's all of them. You see how it is a false breakout, rolled over, well below the 200-day at this point. 200-day is already flattening. Look at that. It's already flattening. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. IYT, choppy mess, loose and wide and gross, but not good looking at all. Down 3% on the week. Again, just a very nasty mess. And the equal weighted was down 3.29. And they have actually at least a more defined area that we can just watch. Again, a break below $74 or so. And things could get, real nasty for the transports. Surprisingly, home construction was up. And I don't know if it has to do with rates or what, or why. Why doesn't really matter. But that's good because the jobs number wasn't that good. And this is, for me, an economic indicator. I mean, they were down 3% on the week, but Friday they were up. So not a good look if they lose this area, and then you have the 50-day again right below. And losing 50 days is a big deal. Losing 200-day is a giant deal. XHB again down on the week, probably about 3% or so, 4.37%. And it looks like it's real close to testing that 50-day, and then we'll see, what happens if and when it gets to that 200-day down below. So again, nothing good happening in, I think, the key ETFs. And with SMH always being my most important key ETF that I watch, um, nothing good happening at all. Zero. So this is definitely a time. Then the indexes don't look good. Nothing looks good. Yes, we may get a strong bounce at some point, maybe for a day, 2 days, maybe even 3 days. Maybe it looks, a lot of volume is traded and it looks kind of like this. We don't know. But this is definitely nothing. I don't trust anything this market is doing right now on the long side, until we can start to carve out another bottom, and we can then get aggressive again to the long side. Right now it is high cash for me. I have one or two positions on that are have stops and in positive positions, and but I'm like 90% cash right now. So just be real careful out there. And if you haven't done so, check me out on X. I do this kind of review plus so much more for my members, at Alphacharts 365. Click on the subscribe. It's totally worth it. Y'all have a great day.